Now, the Disney Star Wars films consist of 5 movies. We got Rogue One: A Star Wars Story, Solo: A Star Wars Story, The Force Awakens: The Last Jedi, and of course, The Rise of Skywalker. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, the thing about the Disney Star Wars films is that a lot of fans have really been in a big disagreement with these movies and exactly how they were actually made and developed by Disney, and especially Lucasfilm's Kathleen Kennedy, of all people, the head of all things Star Wars, the person that George Lucas chose and trusted many years ago back in 2012 when Disney took over Lucasfilm and George Lucas sold Lucasfilm. Now, with that being said, everything related to the future of Star Wars is starting to look quite brighter because, as we all know, Kathleen Kennedy no longer has creative control over at Lucasfilm for any of the existing projects that are in the early development phase. That, of course, goes anywhere from the movies to the TV shows to the new Star Wars universe in general, such as the books, novels, comics, and more. Everything moving forward from this point on throughout this entire decade, Kennedy will not be involved on a creative scale. Now, the thing about Kathleen Kennedy is that, yes, we do know that the new Disney CEO, Bob Chapek, is making many different changes over at Lucasfilm. A lot of different changes are coming our way for the Star Wars universe and as well for the MCU, for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Chapek really is going to be making different changes for those two different brands. Now, on top of all of this, what's really intriguing has all to do with this is that now that both Disney and Lucasfilm are finished with The Rise of Skywalker, they are moving on to their new Star Wars universe as well as their new Star Wars trilogy of films that will bring the fans into a brand new era of Star Wars. Now, it's explained that many changes are being made over at Lucasfilm, all thanks to the new Disney CEO, Bob Chapek, where it's noted that behind the scenes, Kathleen Kennedy has been going through a very difficult time after the release of The Rise of Skywalker and how they did not meet expectations with the box office results. Now, it's noted that Kennedy has been going through a lot of work to develop a proper roadmap of Star Wars films and TV shows, and even, of course, when they should release, however, is not only involved with that, but she's not involved with the creative decisions in any way, shape, or form. It's explained that Kathleen Kennedy wants to quit Star Wars and Lucasfilm sometime this year of 2020. However, the main thing that is keeping her in is that before she leaves, Disney needs a new replacement to take over Kennedy before she can even leave. Kennedy is said to want to leave Star Wars mainly due to the fan backlash and how the Star Wars community did not appreciate her take on these new Star Wars films and her attempt on developing a proper Star Wars universe. Not just that, but also Kennedy for quite some time and for quite a number of months had to cover up the fact that there was indeed a backlash of The Last Jedi and that Kennedy and Iger had to blame the frequency issue as the main cause of Solo: A Star Wars Story's failure and more. However, it's said that behind the scenes, Disney has been very much aware of the backlash and understands everything, and Kennedy wants to leave as early as this year as soon as possible. So, the thing about the fandom, right? I think that's one thing that Disney really has to accept and just really make it known that they understand exactly what's really going on here. Feels like that Disney almost feels like that they don't need to really announce anything, that they feel that they did wrong for the fans and they feel that they made a lot of mistakes. That seems like that Disney would never in the world would want to even admit that out to the public, pretty much on the record, and everything is all behind the scenes. Now, the thing with Kathleen Kennedy, the fact that she wants to quit Lucasfilm as early as this year, fits in directly with one of her interviews over at the premiere for The Rise of Skywalker, where she was questioned about her future, if she's going to be handling the new Star Wars movies and, so on and so forth. And she kind of stumbled upon her words, and she kept on saying that, well, I'm not quite sure, but we'll see where I stand in the near future. And she was pretty much bouncing around back and forth, where the interview didn't really make all that much sense. And that was really pretty much a telltale sign there that she indeed is not quite sure about, what she even wanted to do at that point in time. So as of right now, the fact that Kennedy wants to leave Lucasfilm is a good sign, and the fact that Disney wants to make change is also a good sign. Again, it really mind-boggles me as to why the creators of the Sonic the Hedgehog movie listened to the fans after there was a fan backlash. And one would say, oh, you know, that fan backlash was just a minority. It wasn't. You know, it's the same exact thing as the fan backlash with The Last Jedi, and Disney just completely dismissed that. So, the fact that Sonic the Hedgehog got that treatment and how they fixed his design and completely redesigned the character, that's a prime example that you really should listen to the fans if there is a form of backlash that's on social media, because let's not forget, the passionate fans and the hardcore fans are the sellers. They are the focus for the company of Disney and Lucasfilm. Those are the people that are going to rewatch these movies. Those are the people that are actually going to buy merchandise. And those are also the people that are going to buy the Blu-rays and the 4K discs and all that. So, like I've said before in the past, it's all about the fans. So, with that being said, guys, you know, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.